Hello everybody, happy Monday. And it's another edition of my Make It Monday, where each week I share with you a few projects that I've been working on or that's piqued my interest in hopes that it would inspire you to do something creative this week. And I'm so thankful for all of you who are joining me live right now. Hi. I hope you will leave a comment to let me know how you like this, or if you have any suggestions as to what future topics to touch on, I'd be more than happy to oblige. Anyway, so what prompted today's session was I was tidying up my desk. Yes, I'm actually tidying up, and I came across this card. Hi, Ross. Thanks for joining me. And happy President's Day. And I don't know if you have a day off, don't you, Ross, because you work at the bank. Anyway, so this was the card that I picked up as I'm tidying up my desk, and it reminded me of the style that I haven't worked on it for a while. And don't you have sometimes look at some cards and you're like, oh, I haven't done that for a while. So I'm bringing it back because this is a card that uses DSP, Designer Series papers. And I know as card makers, we're hoarding these papers, aren't we? And so today's video, I will share with you a few of my go-to designs. I mean, not my design, but a couple styles that I use when I want to maximize the use of my Designer Series paper. All right, so let me flip the camera around and let's get working. Hi, Nola. Hi, Sharon. All right, so I also wanted to remind you that celebration ends next week. So don't let this slip away if you haven't put in an order. For today's video, I will be using pieces from this Daffodil Afternoon Designer Series paper. This is a really beautiful paper with its beautiful colors and so spring-like. I know it's hard, it's funny to say this on Guam since we're warm year-round, but it's spring. Anyway, okay, so let's get started. So generally, for a quick and easy card, this is how most people, I would gather, would do their cards. You would cut a piece of DSP, that's 4 by 5 1/4, adhere it onto a card base, and call it good. That's great, right? But a lot of times, I know you probably feel the same way as I do with these papers. You always agonize over the front or the back to use. Well, this first card that I want to show you, it will actually show you both sides. And let me grab my scoring board and start working. All right. So for the first card you need is a piece of paper that is 5 1/4 by 5 1/2. And you'll be scoring at 1 inch, okay? So whichever side you want, that's fine too, but be sure to be aware of whether there is any direction. So for example, this one with the hearts, you don't want your card to end up like this, right? So that's the only caveat that I have is like make sure you know which side you're scoring. So with this, all you need to do is just glue it onto a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 card. And with this type of card, you get to have both sides. All right, so let's finish this up. So use my handy dandy glue. Oh, I actually have a new one. There we go. There we go. So yeah, this is a really simple card that you can use when you want just a simple little card and you can't decide which side of the paper you want to showcase. And so with this one, you can see both sides, okay? And the Stampin' Up paper is well made enough that it can stand on its own, okay? And all you need to do then is just plop this on here, a greeting. This is what I think our CEO Sarah calls it, the 4-step card, right? You've got the card base, you've got paper, you've got a greeting, and then you've got some embellishments. So let me go ahead and put this on here. And I'm going to glue this with my Tombow glue. With these little doodads, I like to use my Tombow glue. Just a little dab is fine. And let's see, I think I want to put it here. And so without much fuss, you have a beautiful card here, okay? Where do I want to put this? I think I'll put this here. Okay, so there. So you've got something like this, or you can get something like this, where you have a card like this, okay? And this is light enough that you can put your writing on it, your sentiments, your notes on here, okay? So simple, okay? Hi, Fran. Thanks for joining. Okay, so that's one set. So another way you can use this card another design is, let me bring back my scoring board so that you can see the scores. So this is using the 12 by 12 sheet, and this is a 5 1/4 by 11 1/2. Okay, so 11, let's see. No, I think this is the 4 1/4 by 12. Yes, 4 1/4 by 12, okay? And you are going to score it at 5 1/2 and at 11, okay? And this is really simple. So like that. Again, be aware of the back design, okay? So once you've scored that, I am going to glue this. All right. So there. So again, you are highlighting the two designs that complement each other. And what I did here was I went ahead and fussy cut the daffodils, and I embossed a panel here with hearts, with our dotty hearts, to kind of, what do you call it, to extend the theme of the hearts here. And this is with the Awesome Thanks, I believe it's called. Okay, and I'm going to glue this on. Yeah, so I did a lot of the prep work because those are things that you probably already are familiar with, and I don't need to show you. So I just need to show you the scoring, right? So there we go. Okay, and then I also wanted to show you, see, this one is the rectangle stitch rectangles, and since I'm covering it up with very vanilla, why waste this piece, right? So I always cut this out. Okay, so let's go ahead and glue that first. Okay. By doing this piece here, you're also stabilizing it and strengthening it, so you won't, it won't be too flimsy. But even if you don't, it's fine, because as I said, the quality of the Stampin' Up! Designer Series paper is really good, so you're not going to get like tissue weight paper. See, these things stick everywhere. So there. Okay. It's a great way to showcase both sides of your paper. And here's another sample that I made. Okay. And it also allows you to use these dies that you might have that have been sitting on the shelf. This one is Scalloped Contour, I think it's called. But you could use Sweet Dies, I think it's called. Anyway, any of the dies would work. Okay, so there. So this one, I'm using the embossing folder. Again, this helps to stabilize it so it's not so flimsy. Okay, right? So what do you think so far? Easy, right? I mean, you know me, I always like to do easy cards. I'm not much of a very complicated card maker, and I love papers. So this is a great way to use up my stash so I can have an excuse to buy more. Okay, so another one, another simple card design is this particular one. This is a trifold, okay? And this is the one where it's 5 1/4 by 11 1/2, okay? And you're scoring at 4 inches, 6 3/4, and 9 1/2, okay? Let's see, what are the dimensions of the inside WW? Inside the WW. Let's see, is that what you mean, Anne? So this is the scallop contour one. So this one is 3 3/4 by 2 1/2. Does that work, Anne? If that's not the measurement you wanted, just let me know. So again, this is 3 3/4 by 2 1/2. And this is one of the larger ones from that die set. Okay. Okay, great, thanks. Glad I got that. Okay, so for this one again, so this is my 5 1/4 by 11 1/2 sheet of paper. And now where you score depends on which side you want. So because I wanted this to be the main design, so I will score it this way. If you want it to have this side as the main one, then you will start scoring it like this. Okay, hope that makes sense. So because I wanted this to be the main design, I'm scoring it from here. So that's 4 inches, 6 3/4, and 9 1/2. Okay, and voila. So this is kind of a trifold. So let's see what I can do with it. So this one again, I will be mounting it onto a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 piece of cardstock. Okay, and you could use any colors. You could use this mint macaron, you could use this, I think this is pale papaya, or even if you want to go darker, you can do the evening evergreen, which is another color from the suite. Okay, so let's glue this down. So there we have it. So there we go, okay. You have a sneak peek of what I'm coming up with. So one of the things is I'm going to put this panel here. This is where you would write your sentiments. Okay, and I'm going to plop this in the middle. I don't know if you recognize these. This is from the Iconic Dies die set, which I've been using extensively these past few days. It's just such a versatile die set that you don't even need the stamp set to go with. It's just a standalone die set that you can use. So there we go. And what I'm going to do in the front is I have already prepared this. So what I did was I cut this from, I think Tasteful Labels is the name of the die. So I cut this, and then I also cut a matching piece, okay? Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue it onto here, okay? So let me see, I think I accidentally over glued it. I was supposed to just glue on one side, but it looks like I didn't, but it's okay. It's only Facebook Live, and and everybody will know that I'm human. Okay, there. I think that should work. There. Okay. So this acts as not only the greeting, but also a handle for your recipient to open up. Okay, and so what I'm gonna do is, I have some extra flowers. I was going to glue on here. So, let's see, the more the merry, right? So the idea is this one is, what do you call it, light enough that you can actually put your greetings on there as well. So let me see, where do I want this? Here. Put that there. See, I'm gonna put that there. That way it connects, right? So you want the panels to connect. Okay. So this is this card. Again, great way to use up your paper. This is, so a 12 by 12 sheet will yield 2 cards. And again, you're showcasing both sides of the DSP, so it eliminates your dilemma as to which side you would hide. But no, you can show both sides, okay? So an option or an alternative to this kind of a card is, instead of opening up all the way like this, is I went ahead and glued it. Okay, so here's one. See? So what I did was I glued these 2 panels together, so it makes a very sturdy front to this card. Okay? So being awesome is just your theme. And this is a ribbon. Okay? As you can see the 2 different looks. This one where this becomes the background, and this one becomes the background here, okay? So anyway, have fun, right? That's the beauty of these cards, is have fun. Spend some time deciding which side you want, and whether you want to glue it shut like this or have it open like this, okay? So that was easy, wasn't it? And that was the idea behind today's video, is I wanted to show, because right now with celebration, we're probably earning lots of freebies, and I always get paper. And so I wanted to share some ideas, or basically maybe to remind you of these card designs that you may have forgotten about, and it's time to bring it out and play with this design to maximize the use of your DSP. Right? Okay, let me show you again all the cards that I made today. Okay, and if you need dimensions, just message me and I can send that out to you again. So this one is like this. Okay, and all these cards are showcasing the DSPs. Okay, and the great thing about our DSPs is they're double-sided. So it makes for really creative use of these papers. And this one is like this. And this is what I call the conventional type of card with the DSP. Okay, which one do you like? I hope you'll find time this week to maybe make one, because they are really simple. And I think you will get a lot of satisfaction. Oh, and don't forget the card that got me into thinking about this video. So this is the card that I made, I think it was last year sometime. And it's great use of the paper, right? Okay, all right. I don't know if there's any more questions. So thank you so much for watching this today. Happy President's Day. I hope you had a relaxing day if you had of a holiday. If not, I hope you'll relax this evening and maybe do some card making. So be sure to leave a comment or give me a like. It would be a great encouragement to me. And for those of you who are watching and don't have a demonstrator you're working with, or if you would like to join my team, because right now during celebration, not only do you get a fantastic offer of a $99 kit for $125 worth of products, you get to choose any 2 stamp sets for free. So, you know, the stamp sets could be anywhere from $19, $20, $25. You get to pick 2. So that's adding value to the package, the starter kit. And if you're interested, just let me know. But this offer will expire February 28th, so don't delay. There's lots of nice freebie items for this celebration period. And gather up your re-inkers, or if you need cardstock, it's a great way to reach that $50. And oh, before I forget, Paper Pumpkin prices go up in March. So if you're a ready subscriber, a month-to-month subscriber, you might want to consider a prepaid subscription, because that way you'll lock in your the low rates right now. And for a 3-month prepaid, you are looking at a $63, and already you will earn a free item from Celebration. Okay, so it's a great time to purchase a prepaid Paper Pumpkin. A 6-month subscription is $114. You get 2 items, 2 $50 items, or one of those $100 level item. And then, of course, the 12-month, okay? So prices do go up. So this is a great way to lock in. So whether you're an existing subscriber, month-to-month subscriber, or if you are thinking about it, now's the time, because there's no risk, no obligation. You know, once you fulfill your subscription, then, you know, you could drop it or you can suspend it if you're going on vacation. It's just so flexible and so, you know, friendly to your needs. Okay, all right. So I guess that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next Monday. Thank you. Bye-bye.